Hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. Corinne Clapham here. Let me know in the comments below where you are from, city, what country. Let me know how you've been doing. My name is Corinne Clapham, intuitive wellness coach. I know I probably don't look like your typical made up hair, makeup, and all that proper coach right now. I'm wearing my robe, and it's fluffy and it's comfortable. And I'll tell you in a moment why I'm wearing the hood. Um, and I've been up since 3 a.m. because sometimes I get up really early and my mind thinks and thinks and spins and spins. And if you're someone where you find yourself going through the same thing, then this is definitely for you, this video. Um, and I always feel like, because I'm sure you've all experienced it where we wake up early or we wake up at some point and our mind spins and we think, oh, we should get up and start our day, but then we lay there. And my thinking, what I tell myself is if I'm laying in bed and all I'm doing is thinking, then it's time for me to get out of bed. It's time for me to starting my day. It's time for me to start implementing action because we can lay there for hours and we've all done it. And I've done it recently too, where we lay there and we ruminate. And sometimes it's good because we get it out of our system. Maybe you'll get nuggets of information and wisdom and healing through it. But if we keep spinning and spinning, it's really just circling yourself in this emotion that sometimes is the greatest emotion to sit long in. So, excuse me. I like to get up. I tend to get up around 5 a.m. I don't set an alarm clock in the mornings. I just get up when I get up. And it tends to be around 5 a.m. And they always say around 4 to 5 a.m. is a really great time to do your daily practice. So your daily practice may look like meditation or mantras or chants or kriyas um, or yoga. But they say, when I say they, I talk about Kundalini yoga. And I'm sure they say this in other traditions as well. But they say that's the best time because most people are sleeping. And so our connection to the energetic grid, the collective grid, or the matrix, whatever you want to call it, is not as busy. It's not as busy because there's not as many people awake with all their thoughts going. And so if you think about this like grid board, I always have this visual of like this grid board above, and it's like we're all connected to that. Like in Toronto, we have streetcars. I'm not in Toronto right now, but if you think about the streetcars, how you have these streetcars going, and then they have this cord up to this grid that's on the top, and it's almost like we're these streetcars, we're these human vessels, and we are connected to this grid, and all these thoughts that we have are always like kind of up here ruminating, and that's why sometimes we can get thoughts that aren't even our own. Sometimes you might have thoughts you're like, oh my god, where did that come from? I couldn't even have. I don't watch TV shows or movies like that. I don't even, you know what I mean? It's because you're tapping in sometimes, either subconsciously or consciously, of what's going on in the energetic collective grid. And so when a lot of majority of people are sleeping, it's more quiet there. When it's more quiet there, then we can deepen into our state a lot more. And I want to say that with caution. And I don't really like using the word caution because that sounds so uh, big and dramatic in the speaking terms that I'm talking in, but I just lost my train of thought. Um, oh yes, deep in thought. I want to say that because I want to say that with caution because we could be in the noisiest of noisiest and still learn how to get in that deep state. So I just want to make sure I'm not putting a belief system out there for myself or anybody else that we need to have absolute silence in order to get into that deep state. Because actually, the meditation, when we do meditation, it's all about um, being able to be accepting of what sounds are there, but not having them bother us. Like get into this state where we're almost neutral, where we have the awareness of things, but it's not triggering and evoking emotions. We're able to be at peace with it. And so, however, however, I like to use my time in the morning to do my daily practice. I think it's a great way to start your day. This is the year 2020. As we know, it's been crazy. We're actually almost at the end. We're December 4th, 2020. I'm doing this video. And the reason why I wanted to do this is because I want to show you one of the practices I do. I've done it in one of my moon ceremonies. I always try to implement practices and tools people can use in all my moon ceremonies, new moon and full moon. And so some of you might have done this in one of the ceremonies we did. And I wanted to put it on here and make it accessible because it is such a crazy time that a lot of us are feeling a lot of different things, whether it's our own stuff or in the collective. And I can tell you, I do too. I woke up with actually a lot of anger, a lot of sadness, and a lot of anxiety just because of some things I've, an experience I had yesterday. And it just, yeah, I feel very angry by some of the stuff that's going on in the world. And I'm not going to get into it, but the whole point is we're all shifting through these emotions. And maybe you can't take me serious because I'm wearing this hood, but I'm going to tell you, we're going to go into a Kriya. What a Kriya means is when we're doing a combination of mudras, and what a mudra is when we do hand gestures, certain specific hand gestures that have certain outcome, and we have a chant or a mantra, we're making a sound or a voice. And so when we do different Kriyas, they have different outcomes. And so when we do Kundalini Yoga, we tend to cover, you actually really want your forehead covered too, but I just don't have my cap that I usually wear. You'll notice, especially teachers, they'll have like a white cap usually. Um, but it keeps all the energy that we're working with, that we're building up, this prana, this life force energy, and it helps to keep it within here instead of like out, and it helps to keep things more focused and directed. So I'm just using my hood right now. You don't have to do that, but if you want to, it's, try it out and see how it feels for you. Um, it looks so puffy, like a puffy marshmallow. So this one we're doing, and that was not a COVID cough in case anybody's sitting there and getting freaked out. So let's just put that, let's just clear that so you're not having that lingering in your mind. So this one I really doing. You can do it 3 minutes if you 6 minutes, or I think 12 minutes. You can probably do longer of this one. I do 6 minutes because I do a lot of different things in my morning daily practice. I try to get my stretching in, my yoga in, wake up the body, especially if you're feeling like your body is stiff. Start to get movement. I always feel like it's kind of like when you're young. Remember those little glow sticks you had? But when you first get them, they're not glowing. You have to snap it, and then it like all of a sudden makes all the liquid light up. I always feel like our bodies are like that when we wake up and we feel achy. It's like it's very stiff, and it's just like the energy is just kind of dormant a little bit. But when we stretch, it's like all this energy and this fluid and movement starts to happen, and it's more fluid. It's more with more ease, right? So I do that, and I like to do meditation. After your kriyas, you can sit in meditation as well. So we're going to do 6 minutes. It's called Satanama. I'm not going to go in full detail about this. I did them in the ceremonies where I really talked about how each finger is associated with a different planet and a different meaning, different vibration. But we're going to jump right into this. So before we jump into this, in Kundalini Yoga, we always start off with like the Adi mantra. We always start off with an invocation, and really what that does is it's tapping into the energetic grid of all the other teachers, into Yogi Bhajan, and connecting with that first. And then I go into another mantra, which is really great for protection. I like to start off my day with that. Sometimes if I'm about to drive somewhere, I'll say it in my car. So you can follow along with me. I might put it in the comments below so you can read it, but just try to follow along. And if you don't have it, don't worry. You can just sit and bask in it. So you can put your hands, palm of your hands together. We want the forearms parallel to the floor, eyes closed, taking a nice deep breath in. And of course, if you're driving or something like that, please just come back to the replay. Taking a nice deep inhale. Exhaling out. And something I actually like to do is you can put your hands down. I just just made a decision, last minute decision. I want to implement what I like to do before I even start with any of this. So feet planted onto the floor, closing the eyes, taking a nice deep inhale in through the nose, exhaling out through the feet. Next inhale, bringing white light from the sky above, in through the body, exhaling out through your feet, where roots of the trees are growing down through the layers of the earth, connecting to a glowing heart in the center of the earth. You're now connected above and below, and anything that you're ready to release will just simply be exhaled out through your feet, out through the roots of the tree, to the center of the earth, where it gets transmuted from Mother Gaia. And a nice deep breath in. The reason I like to do that is just like I said, it grounds us, balances us, and there's a flow. So anything we're releasing gets exited out through your feet, out through the roots of the tree, into the center of the earth, where it gets transmuted. So we're not keeping it within our body. And a lot of people tend to keep things in their body without even realizing it. And that's where some physical ailments can happen. So I always like to do that. And it also helps to keep your space clean, so you're not just releasing stuff into the space, the room. So being very mindful of that. All right, perfect. So now we can go into this. So palms together, forearms parallel to the floor, taking a nice deep inhale. Exhaling out, being grateful for every breath we have. Ong Namo Guray Nameh. We're going to say that 2 more times. It doesn't matter how you sound, as you can hear. It doesn't matter how we sound. It's about the devotion, not about the sound. Ong Namo Guray Nameh. Ong Namo Guray Nameh. And now the mantra for protection. We do this 3 times as well. Guray Nameh, Jugad Nameh, Guray Nameh, Siri Devay Nameh. Guray Nameh, Jugad Nameh, Guray Nameh, Siri Devay Nameh. Guray Nameh, Jugad Nameh, Guray Nameh, Siri Devay Nameh. Take a nice deep inhale in, exhaling out. Let's go into our Kriya now. So it's very simple. Our hands are going to relax on our knees, our legs across. If you can do that, if you're going through a physical thing where it's just not comfortable for you to do at this time, that's okay. Just wherever you are, have your hands, palms facing up. Okay, and what we're going to be doing is the thumb is always going to connect to each finger, and as we do that, we're doing a mantra. So it's sa, ta, na, ma. And I'm going to play a song with us, so we have it guiding with us, and we sing it out loud, and then we whisper, and then we do it quietly, then we whisper, and we do it out loud. And we do each one for a couple minutes. But that's why I like doing it to the song, because it'll prompt me when to shift. I don't have to worry about time. I can really just get deep into this. This one that I'm playing, it's Yes in Yoga Mantras Volume 1 with Adi Bakan, and I really hope I'm saying that name correctly. If not, please forgive me. And the music by Ray Sharp. Okay. Close your eyes. Relax the gaze. Just really step in. Anytime your mind comes with thoughts, just redirect it back to your mantra. Relaxing your palms into your hands. And again. Satanama, 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 Satanama. So now we're whispering it, still doing the finger movement. Satanama, Satanama, Satanama. Now silently in your head, still doing the finger movements. Remember to breathe. Whispering. Listen. If you have to sneeze or anything like that, just know it's a release. So allow it to come out and out. Just cover your face if you're around people. I meant covering your face if you're sneezing or coughing around people. Out loud. Satanama, 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 Taking a nice deep inhale, breathing out through the mouth. Just sitting here for a couple of moments, allowing that to integrate. Bringing both palms of the hands together. And we'll close this with 3 Sat Nams. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Another nice deep breath in. Exhaling out. All right, thank you for joining me with this morning's practice of Sat Nama. My name is Corinne Clapham, Inner Paradise, and I look forward to seeing y'all. And I hope you all have a fabulous day. I'm going to put in the links below the song that I played, to give credit to the musicians, but also so you can play it anytime that you want. Forgot I have my computer on a rocker here, so it's just rocking there. But that way you can play the song anytime you want. I have it on Spotify. I'm sure you could probably find it anywhere or different variations. And you can do that anytime, especially if you find your mind is like, you just need to cleanse and clear that and bring yourself back to center. Or you can follow along with this one. I'll try and put the time code of when we started. So if you just wanted to jump forward from the beginning intro into this, you can. All right, much love, folks. Hope you all have a fabulous rest of the week.